Welcome to latest world news. Bangkok, a spokesman for Thailand's coup leaders said Sunday that democracy had caused losses for the country, as the junta sought to combat growing international condemnation and hundreds of protesters angrily confronted soldiers in central Bangkok. Small protests have persisted since the army seized power on Thursday after months of conflict between the elected government and a fierce opposition protest movement, and the junta has been pleading for patience. Troops fanned out Sunday in one of Bangkok's busiest shopping districts and blocked access to the city's skytrain in an attempt to prevent a third day of anti-coup protests. They were soon met by a crowd that swelled to about 1,000 people shouting, "Get out, get out, get out." Tensions ran high, and at one point a group of soldiers was chased away by the crowds at the Ratchaprasong shopping district. By mid-afternoon, soldiers were blocking off elevated walkways linking the upscale malls, and skytrain stops to the area were suspended. Soldiers also barricaded the road to the U.S. Embassy about 1 mile away on reports that a rally was planned there. The junta's leader, General Prayuth Chan-ocha, had warned people earlier Sunday not to join anti-coup street protests, saying normal democratic principles cannot be applied. At a press briefing, spokesman for the junta sought to deflect international criticism. The United States has cut off foreign aid and cancelled military exercises with Thailand since the coup. Pentagon Press Secretary Rear Admiral John Kirby said the U.S. also was reconsidering its long military relationship with the Southeast Asian country. The U.S. State Department on Saturday urged the immediate restoration of civilian rule and release of detained political leaders, a return to democracy through early elections, and respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. Asked about the U.S. relationship, the junta spokesman expressed hope that Washington might consider what they termed special circumstances, referring to several years of disruptive demonstrations by two bitterly divided factions that have several times paralyzed the country and led to violent clashes. For international issues, another difference is that democracy in Thailand has resulted in losses, which is definitely different from other countries and which is another detail we will clarify, said Army spokesman Colonel Wintai Savari. For Thailand, its circumstances are different from others, he said. There is the use of weapons of war. Signs of violence against residents are everywhere. This is out of the ordinary. The junta has defended the detentions of former Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra, most of the deposed government's cabinet and dozens of politicians and activists. It also has ordered dozens of outspoken activists, academics and journalists, including a prominent Thai reporter, to surrender themselves to military authorities. Pravat Rajana Farooq, an outspoken columnist for the English-language daily The Nation, tweeted that he was reporting to the junta after being summoned. "On my way to see the new dictator of Thailand. Hopefully the last," he wrote. General Prayuth has justified the coup by saying the army had to act to avert violence and end half a year of political turmoil triggered by anti-government protests that killed 28 people and injured more than 800.